good, squad? It's the big homie, SB23, back at you with some more words of wisdom. Today we're going to talk about being welcoming and embracing change. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, SB23 on YouTube, Chosen123 on YouTube. Both those channels will have these gems. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for stopping through, hanging out with me, taking the time out of your day to listen, watch, and interact with the content. I'm hoping y'all are having a good day, and I'm sending love out your way. So the message today is embracing change. And I know for many of us in this world we live in, that's a hard thing to do. Sometimes when you're in a good, especially if you're in a good spot, like when you're in a spot to where you don't want to be, and you're ready for the change, so you're wishing for the change. But if you're in a good spot and you feel comfortable, sometimes you can get caught up in that that comfort, and it'll have you stagnant, and therefore you will want to stay where you're at instead of growing or evolving or whatever the case may be. Or let's say if you are a person who's afraid of the unknown, you know what I mean, afraid of the future, not tapped in with yourself enough to know that, you know, regardless of whatever is happening, it's for the betterment of you, then you'll be a stranger to change too. Like you'll push change away. Like you'll want things to remain how they are because you're comfortable within that space. And that's a mindset that a lot of people carry throughout their life. You know what I mean? You'll see it. You'll see them. They'll be stuck in the same pattern for years and years, decades. You know what I mean? And that's why there could be a lot of you know, older like people who will say like senior citizens who you'll see, and they'll be in the same position that they were when they were younger kids. You know what I mean? Or younger adults, I should say. Not having any progress in their life, or just repeating the same patterns, same toxic behavior that they were repeating before that didn't get them anywhere. Or even if it's not toxic, it could be just a pattern, but it's kind of mundane. It's not there's no elevation, or there's no newness to it. You know, you kind of just stuck in this loop. You know what I'm saying? That analogy that I use of the hamster on the wheel is like that. The hamster being on the wheel, and the wheel's just spinning and spinning. The hamster's running, and it's running faster and faster and faster, but it's not getting anywhere because it's just doing the same action. It's the same motion, you know. So like within that, even if you are moving within that same motion, like you're trying to increase what you're doing, but it's the same thing. If you don't add anything to that thing, then you're just going to be doing the same thing in a faster motion or mentality, and not really getting yourself anywhere, you know, finding yourself right back where you started, or not having moved from that, not being able to have moved an inch from where you started at all. So that's why you got to be open to change and doing things in a different way, or adding new things to your tool belt, or adding new information into your mind, opening yourself up to new energies that are going to be a positive shift for you in your life. Because again, what I always say from this channel is this is all about growth. So you're supposed to be growing. I feel like I genuinely do believe that we are all like plants, and I feel like that's shown from birth. Like if you ever have been or seen a birth, when that placenta comes out, the way that when they lay it on the thing, it looks like a tree. It's like a literal tree. It has roots, and you can see from the veins and stuff like that, or whatever it is that's within it, that it branches out. Like there's a stem, and then it branches out. So I believe that we all are plants, and the whole purpose of this is to grow. You know, I feel like that we're here to grow on different levels, not only physically. Yes, you can see the growth within yourself from a kid to an adult, but emotionally and spiritually we're supposed to grow. And I think that when you don't, that's when things go awry in your life. You know what I mean? That's when things happen, because within this, I feel like this is all like, I feel like we're here to learn things, to refine ourselves. We go through this whole process of life, and we get tested continuously, and it's like school. It's like if you're paying attention, and you're soaking up the lessons that you have been through within your life, then when these tests and keep coming, because they keep coming, you'll soak up the knowledge that you'll need in order for you to pass the test, and then therefore from passing that test you can grow and elevate to the next level of your life. So I think that I feel like it is a system. Universally, there is some sort of like system that is put in place for us to go through these situations, to test our inner strength, and to test the true character of ourselves. So are you a person who is of spreading love and joy, or are you a person who's of spreading hate and ignorance? So, and I feel like we all have a responsibility within that, and everybody plays their part, but so there's gonna be those people who are on one side and those people who are on the other side, but I feel like everybody has the ability to come from either side and go to the other side. So it all depends on what side that you want to be on. Do you want to be on the side of favor, or do you want to be on the side of lack? And in order to be on the side of favor, then you have to embrace change, because that's what comes with it. Again, even look at how the universe is set up. There's different seasons. Like if you live in a place like me, upstate New York, we experience different seasons. We experience all 4 seasons: winter, summer, spring, and fall. And within that, there's change. So you watch the universe with your own eyes. You see it change. You see it go from springtime or wintertime, which we're in right now. Wintertime is cold. It's kind of like hibernation season. It's it can be depressing sometimes because the sun ain't out that much. But it builds character. This is the season that builds character, because you need some grit, you need some perseverance to get through that cold winter, to get through those weeks where the sun may not be coming out that much. It builds character. It makes you sit back and really reflect on yourself. So the wintertime is a good time for you to reflect on the things within your life, because there's not much to do outside, and reflect on yourself and work on some things that you can that you feel like you need to work on. Change some things within yourself, so then by the time when springtime comes, and like as I'm saying with the weather, you'll start to feel the air is warmer. You'll hear the birds chirping, like I've been hearing for the past couple of weeks now. You're starting to hear the birds chirping in the morning. You can feel it within the air. You can feel a change in the air. You can feel the energy changing. So now, all throughout winter, you worked on yourself and dug deep within yourself, on all levels. You know what I'm saying? You stayed in the gym, or you worked on your fitness, your health, or your mental state. Whatever it is that you needed to work on, you put that time and effort in over the winter time. So now when spring comes, now you're blooming just like the flowers are blooming. You come into spring and you're blooming with new energy, with new life. You know what I'm saying? You got a new vibe about you. You're gonna come in like a flower and be fluorescent and brighter than how you were that last season. So it's the same thing. And then when you come into from spring, springtime, there's a lot of rain. So like I said, with winter, you kind of build that fortitude and you go through those hard times, that adversity. Spring comes, that's kind of a cleansing. You know what I'm saying? Spring comes with the rain, it cleanses the area, and then water is also replenishing. So it's replenishing and revitalizing the area. So again, within your life, now is a time to replenish and revitalize yourself, and get ready for that summer season, to where that sun is coming out and things are hot, and now you can move around and soak up that good energy and power yourself up to an unbelievable level. You know what I'm saying? Because in the summertime, that's when everybody's flourishing, everybody's moving around. That's when life is really like at its peak as far as vibration, I would say. Like once in the summertime, that's when everything is in motion, everything's happening, everybody's happy, you know, for the most part, because it's beautiful outside, it's nice, the weather is here. You done had all this time to sit back and reflect on winter, and you've been just wishing for summertime or springtime, and then when that comes, you hit the springtime, now you're good. That change comes, now you adapt to that change. Summertime comes, now you're ready for summer, and then all throughout summer you enjoy that, and then during, you know, after you enjoy summer, you power up to your full potential of that year. Then here comes fall. Now fall eases you back into that hibernation season. So you gotta embrace the change out here in this world like you would embrace anything. Like you embrace the weather changing. Embrace change within your life. So look within yourself when you reach these seasons. Change with the season. You know what I'm saying? Do something to make some change within your life so that you can continue to grow and become stronger. You know, look how the trees are. The trees, they stand the test of time, but that's because they're flexible. They're not rigid and stagnant. They bend and they sway with the wind when it's super windy, or if it's a hot day or a super hot day. You know, the leaves, they might go raise up or lower themselves so that they can survive. Or if it's a, you know, super like rainy season, they soak up all that water within the ground and use it for nutrients. So you got to be like a tree. Again, you're like a plant out here. You have to be like that. You have to nurture yourself with the right vitamins and minerals and things that you need, ingredients that you need in order for yourself to grow. So don't be afraid to embrace change. Be like a plant. Just understand that it's just a part of life. And if you can understand that change is a part of life, then when things happen, you won't get knocked off of your square, you know, too much. You know, things happen, so yeah, you're gonna get shaken up here and there, but you're not gonna get knocked off your square. You're gonna have a good footing. You're gonna understand because you've been there before to understand, like, okay, this is just a shift, you know. And yeah, it might not have been what you expected it to be, but you know, you're gonna survive. You know what I'm saying? And again, think of it like a tree. You know, say, you know, a storm comes and then it's a thunderstorm, and you know, we've all seen it. Some trees get struck down with lightning, and they lose a branch. That tree doesn't die. You know, that tree's still alive, and it took that hit, but that tree still keeps growing. You know what I'm saying? And it might grow some branches from that spot wherever it got struck at. It'll heal itself, and then from there it'll grow some new branches or something like that. So think about it like that. You know what I mean? The only time a tree really dies is when the roots die. So as long as you got strong roots within the ground and you got a good foundation, and you can still maintain that ebb and flow within life, and understand that you got to be like a tree and be like a plant, and adapt to the things that are happening around you, embrace the change, then you'll be okay. You know, life won't be hard. You'll be able to coast through it, and not every day is going to be easy, because again, you know, wintertime is not easy, or, you know, fall time, when that fall weather hit and that wind starts coming and whipping, you know, that's not easy either. But you can make it through that season. You know what I mean? You just got to be able to understand that it's just a season, and you know, this is just a part of life. Life comes with change, and the more you can embrace that, the better off your odds are going to be of reaching the next level and seeing new things within your life, surviving and thriving, so that you can enjoy life to the fullest. So that's my message for today, y'all. It's the big homie. I'ma holla.